Well, this week we're just going to do a quick little project. We are going to make some fall leaves. Stay tuned and see how fun and easy these are to do. All right, fall is close on us. It'll be here before we know it. And although the leaves have not started to change where I live, I know some of my friends are saying that they're starting to get fall leaves. And I know they'll be changing here really soon. It's starting to get to be that time. So I thought we'd make some fall leaves that we can decorate in the dollhouse with. Now you could use these to make a wreath, to, glue onto a wreath. You could scatter them in the yard around your dollhouse or on your porch of your dollhouse. You can use them anywhere. It's up to you. And they're just fun to make. That's mainly why I'm doing this. It's just a fun project. So usually when I see these done, and I've seen them in several different of the older miniature magazines I've been going through and looking at lately, most people use a water-soluble, water-based marker. My problem with that is, say I lay some leaves down my dollhouse dining room table for a Thanksgiving scene. If somehow something would get damp, that ink from that leaf then could soak into my tablecloth. Or it could soak into the paint that I've got on the porch of the dollhouse or wherever I sprinkle them. I prefer an alcohol-based marker. I've got two examples here. I've got Sharpies and I've got some Spectrum Noirs. I can't say it today. You could also use Copics or any of the other alcohol-based markers. They'd all work the same. And I've kind of played with this project and I've come up with some ways that I like it better than the ways I'm seeing it most of the time. Now I got this little leaf punch. It's a maple leaf. It's a little big, but it's about 3/4 of an inch across. And the maple leaf or the maple tree in my front yard has leaves that are 6-8 inches across. So especially this year, they're huge. So this paper is, I am just using regular printer paper from my computer. I liked it better than the cardstock. I like the fact that it's lighter weight and it makes it a little bit easier to form these later when I want to, if I want to cup them or make them have some shape. So I'm going to do 2 batches. I'm going to do some with the Spectrum Noir markers. And I'm just going to, I know we're coloring white paper on top of white paper, but I'll do a couple here this way. I'll do some combinations of colors. Now you could even mix the brands of markers. So you don't have to stick with a specific brand. And you can see there, the marker's already trying to blend. That's what I love about alcohol markers. I use these in my card making and they blend really nicely. These are a little juicier than the Sharpies. And I just picked out 3 colors that looked like they would go on fall leaves. A yellow, a green, and this is a coral red color. But when we put these in the bowl of alcohol, you'll see the magic. And let's do one where we are mixing the 2 brands of pens. So you can see you can use them together. Now there's also a pen from Bic called a Market. That's also an alcohol-based marker. And the Sharpies and the Bic Markets are not very expensive. You can get them just about anywhere. And you can see they're really quick to color. Now if you are not picky about how the color is in your leaves, you could probably even just color the paper first. And then punch out your leaves. Let's put some yellow in here. And I always have another piece of paper underneath when I'm coloring with alcohol markers. In fact, I probably should have 2 sheets instead of just 1. You'll have better luck if you do that. And I'm just trying to go kind of quickly here so I don't take all day coloring these. A lot of people use a cardstock. I prefer the lighter weight paper. I think it just looks nicer in the long run. So now this is 99% isopropyl alcohol. I get it in the pharmacy department of my local store. Oh, and I need my parchment paper, which is on my desk. Because I like to lay it onto parchment paper to dry. That way I know it won't stick to anything. So let's drop it in. And just let it set in the alcohol for a few minutes. Doesn't take very long. But it just kind of makes those colors blend together a little bit more than they do just by drawing them on. You can see the ink is kind of going out into the rubbing alcohol in the bowl. This will stain your dish, so be warned of that. It just kind of softens the colors. I like to use tweezers so I don't get my fingers all full of ink, but it will clean up with a cotton ball and some more rubbing alcohol. You can see they're really leaching out the ink. Okay, I'm going to have to use my fingers. But you can see it just makes them not quite so harsh. And it's just fun. Oh, come on, don't stick to my fingers. So I am going to let these dry, and once they're dry, I'll come back and we'll take a look at them. Alright, so these are all dry now. It really takes very little time to dry. And I have some craft foam sitting here from something else. I don't even remember why this is on my table. But I'm going to lay this on here because I want to make these a little curled. But you can see how, hopefully the camera's picking up how the ink kind of it blended together, and it just looks really cool. And the advantage is there's a little color on the back too. That's a nice thing about the alcohol inks. They do run through, so and there we can just kind of do that. You could have drawn some veins on there. They don't have to be perfect, but there. So we've got fall leaves to go wherever in the dollhouse, around the dollhouse you want them. These would look great on a little wreath, scattered on the porch, wherever there's leaves falling. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little project. Be sure and check the blog post. I will try to have some better pictures on there. If you haven't found my Facebook group, be sure and follow the link in the description box below all my videos. Join us on Facebook. I usually give you a teaser photo over there early in the week. And it's usually the fastest way to get a hold of me. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.